Hey everybody, Chris here. Well, it looks like Dogecoin is retesting support that I called for in the past couple videos, and I'll show you that on the charts. And those that don't understand support and resistance, I'll get into that a little bit more. Sometimes the charts don't lie. You start looking at the trading, you start to see patterns, and then over time, you start to analyze those patterns and get an understanding of what you think is going to happen in terms of the trading. Now, of course, the trading is totally out of our hands. It's in the market makers and the whales who really control crypto trading, and us retail traders, we're just hanging on, doing the best we can. But sometimes you see things that just look like the setups are there, like the swing trade that I made the other day. It was just a setup in the chart. It looked like it was going to do a certain thing. I took advantage of it. I'm not going to be doing that again anytime soon, but the setup was there, and I sold at 15, just under 15, and I bought back just under 14. It wasn't all my Doge. It's only about a quarter of my Doge, but it was 100,000 Doge, and I was able to save on the dip because that Doge was just sitting in tether, just waiting. And then I got my price, bought back in, and that's good. I don't recommend you guys doing that, though. That was just me and looking at the chart and what I saw, and I wanted to prove that I could still do a swing trade, and that all happened. But I also talked about a further dip. Now, why didn't I wait until the further dip? Well, you never know, right? Because, again, crypto trading is totally out of our hands. We have no control, and sometimes it's going to do what it's going to do. But I did call for this support down to 1360, which is about where Dogecoin is now. And I said Bitcoin will probably drop to 45,000, and that's the support I saw as well. And it did that as well. So let's go ahead, let's take a look at the charts and a couple other pieces of news and what I'm looking at. So I'm going to start looking at the charts like I typically do. Dogecoin, this is on the 30-minute. And here's Dogecoin trading right around 1360, 1358, 59 as I'm recording this. And this yellow line right here, this is the line I've had this on here for months. And I'll show you that when I zoom out. That used to be resistance. And then when Dogecoin traded up above it, it then becomes support. And that is typically what we see. And then this green line, I'll show you this green line as well, because I drew that a few days ago, and now it's just hitting that green line, just like I thought it probably would. It's just one of these things that happens. So let me zoom out first to the daily, and we get a bigger look at this. This was Dogecoin. This is going back to January, when Dogecoin peaked up here at 21 cents, and then came back down. That became the top of this descending triangle. This descending triangle is where Doge traded from this was January 14th all the way till its breakout on March 18th. So that was 2 months of trading down, and then it finally broke out of that. But in that, we saw 1360 was support. And that means that the trading was staying above 1360 for quite a period of time, bounced off that a few times, and then finally broke down below it. What happened when Dogecoin broke down below 1360? It traded down into the 1125, traded back up, and what happened? It got to 1360 and it bounced off it over a couple days and traded back down. Same thing happened just last week. Dogecoin was trading up at 1360, bounced off a few days, and then finally broke above it. What happens when trading breaks above a resistance line? That resistance line becomes support, and Dogecoin trades around and it bounces off that. Now, 1352 right now, we're right in that range, within like 1%. That's typically what we see. Now, let me zoom in a little closer and I'll show you what I was looking at the other day was as Dogecoin was trading up, what we see is this sloping up support line, because Dogecoin bounced off this line, traded up, bounced off, created this W, bounced off a couple more times before trading up. And so I drew this green line. And when I drew the green line, I said, well, what's probably going to happen is Dogecoin is going to trade up and eventually it's going to come back down and it's going to hit that line again. And this is what it just did today. came back down, and it's hit that line. And that line is converging with 1360. Now, it's just a little bit below that now, but it's right there happening. From here, I would expect Dogecoin then to bounce off and trade up. But that's going to depend on the overall markets. We look at Bitcoin. This was the 45,000 line that I had drawn. This 45,000 line, again, I go back now to the daily on Bitcoin, and we see a similar thing. Bitcoin trading down below 45,000, coming up and retesting it a few times. Trading back down, finally breaking above it, trades up, comes back down, and retests that, what used to be resistance as support. That's all this charting is looking at, is that retesting. Especially when you see something like Bitcoin trading in this sideways channel like we were for a couple of months. Then that line becomes even more important. So that's what I saw happening. That was the trading for Bitcoin, Dogecoin, and a lot of other altcoins as well, doing the same thing. So that is support and resistance. What else am I looking at? Well, in CoinMarketCap, what we see is Dogecoin is still 12th in total market cap, still over $18 billion total value. When Dogecoin went up over 15 cents, this flirted with $20 billion, back down to 18, but still in 12th place. Those that say Doge is dead, it's still the 12th overall cryptocurrency in total market cap. So Doge isn't going anywhere. Doge is just fine. Some news. Someone is very bullish about Dogecoin, and this is Akash on FX Street, and I refer to him a lot when he does these articles. He's looking at a 60% bull rally. He says Dogecoin price currently bouncing off the 12.7 to 13.7 demand zone, which is where Dogecoin is now. A spike in buying is likely to propel Doge by 60% up to 21.5 cents. So that certainly is good, but he also warns that if there is a big crypto dip and we see a daily candlestick go below 12.7, that will invalidate that bullish thesis and will end up being in a bear situation. So that's what Akash is looking at. That looks pretty positive to me. And he's got some graphs and he shows his charting, what he's looking at, that shows that takeoff here and what he's looking at in his charts. So that's what he's looking at on the 4-hour chart. Here's another article. This is on makeuseof.com. 10 companies that accept Dogecoin payments. Dogecoin as its utility as currency. More and more retailers accepting Dogecoin. This article gives a high-level look to those that really aren't completely into Dogecoin. We that have been in Dogecoin for a while know all of this, but Twitch. Number one, Twitch has been accepting Dogecoin payments since 2014. A lot of people don't know that, but you can pay for subs using Dogecoin. Newegg made a big deal on Twitter about accepting Dogecoin. They also accept Bitcoin, Litecoin, Ethereum, and others, but they made a big splash on marketing it Dogecoin because they knew that they were going to get a lot more attention by saying Dogecoin. Tesla accepting Dogecoin directly, payments for merchandise. How long is it going to be before Tesla says they're going to accept Dogecoin for cars? We will see. This is what I didn't know about keys for coins. Keys for coin. You can buy game keys and gift cards using Dogecoin on keys for coins. That's pretty cool. So for Steam, Origin, PSN, a number of other providers, you can use your Dogecoin. AMC Theaters. Now, with AMC, through the app and online, you can buy AMC tickets using Dogecoin. GameStop as well. Now, GameStop is similar to AMC. GameStop is using this third party. This is Flexa for GameStop, and they accept other cryptocurrencies too, but also Dogecoin. So you can buy things online through GameStop using your Dogecoin. Air Baltic, you can get an airplane ticket. Now, I don't know how many of you are going to be flying Air Baltic. Not the largest airline in the world, but it's a start, and you can actually pay for travel using Dogecoin. Bitrefill. Now, this one's interesting. buying gift cards. So if you wanted to buy something on Amazon with Dogecoin, you can do that. Not directly on Amazon. You got to go to Bitrefill. You have to buy an Amazon gift card using Dogecoin. And then you can use that gift card to pay for. Now, it's not, we talk about like decentralized currency. That's not the same as what Tesla is doing, where you're just doing a wallet-to-wallet transfer of Doge. That would be the preferred method. But at least this way, if you wanted to spend your Doge on something with Amazon, you can do that. Number 9 is the Dallas Mavericks. So this was Mark Cuban. Yeah, he accepts other cryptos as well. He's using BitPay. But what he's talking more about is Dogecoin. He bought some Dogecoin for his son, was teaching him about the business side, currency, cryptos, and having a lot of fun with it as well. And then once he got into it, he started looking at Dogecoin structure and how it works. And he's like, this is like the perfect crypto for currency, the way it works. So that's out there. I mean, a lot of people are buying Dallas Mavericks merchandise that have nothing to do with the NBA or Dallas Mavericks, but they were doing it just to spend their Dogecoin on something. And they thought that was pretty cool. Then they've got this easy DNS thing as well. And I think they're probably putting that on here because they've got an affiliate link or something. So, but these websites do that as well. But that's just a good rundown of overall things of Dogecoin, things you can pay for Dogecoin. And that's what we're talking about with Dogecoin, is its use as a currency to buy things. And some people say, well, I'm just going to hodl and Dogecoin's going to go to the moon and make a lot of money. If you believe that, and that's what you're doing with your Dogecoin, I think that's fine. But its use case is currency. You use it as currency. That helps Dogecoin circulate more and more. And you just buy more Dogecoin. That's really how Dogecoin should be. But looking at the charts and looking at the price action, people are interested in that. So I show you the charts and I show you what I'm looking at with support and resistance. And that's what that is. So trading forward with Dogecoin, I don't know what's going to happen, if Elon's going to do a tweet or something. It's the 1-year anniversary here on April 1st of when he announced that SpaceX was going to put a literal Dogecoin on the literal moon, which was a big news event a year ago. But he's been pretty silent about that right now. We do hear that some are posting that looks like June 1st could be a potential launch date for Doge 1. And I'm still looking for independent confirmation of that. There's a website that's set up to live stream that, but I need independent confirmation first that that's all what is actually happening. Doge is going to do what Doge is going to do, just like Bitcoin's going to do what Bitcoin's going to do. But the setup on the charts and what I was talking about yesterday, altcoin season, just seems to me like it's going to be positive going forward. At the end of the day, yesterday, the stock market took a dip, and I don't know what's going to happen. The stock market, a lot of end of the month closeouts, transfers, things like that happening. A lot of times the stock market sentiment doesn't always transfer over to cryptos, but many times it does. And when there's fear in the markets, people sell. So we could see a little bit further dip. We're just going to have to hold on and watch. Most of you are probably hodlers anyway and not real traders. So hodling is the best thing to do in crypto, I think, over a long period of time. And that's what I'm doing. Give the video a like. Let me know in the comments below what you think about support, resistance, and charts, and does that really matter? And if you haven't already, please subscribe to my channel. I appreciate the support. We'll see you next time.